Yeah. Hi, good evening, all of you guys. So this is Vamshi here. So I was the trainer for the data science technologies. Yeah, guys. Just before starting the session, so can anyone please confirm, guys, is I'm audible? Anyone, guys?
Yes, yes, Vamsi,
Yeah,
you are
fine.
audible.
Yes, sir, you
Okay.
are audible.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah. Just actually yesterday we just conducted a demo, just not a demo class. It is going to be just like a workshop, a free workshop we have been got conducted. So just it's nothing to discuss related to that. Just I want to know, is any one of the candidates, that means who has been joined today, so anyone has been joined for the yesterday's, have we joined in the yesterday's the workshop? Anybody is there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Can you just can you text me once, just a message like yes, so that I can get some idea how many people has been joined from the studies class, so that I can start the discussion. Just use a chat panel, so that I can just get some idea about them. Yeah. I think only two candidates are there. Remaining almost all 17. 17 minus 2. If I take myself and DURGASOFT, 15 people. Okay. Right, guys. Okay, fine. Not a problem, guys. Not a problem. Okay. So a couple of people are there who has been joined for the studies class, who has been joined in the studies class. Okay, you watch it on the YouTube. Okay, fine. It's not a problem, guys. Just before starting with the session, because yesterday I have already given some introduction regarding myself. So no issue, just a 5 minutes. I don't want to discuss more about that. Just a few minutes of time, just a 2 to 3 minutes of time, just not more than 3 minutes of time. I just quickly just give an introductory part regarding my experience, so that we'll come to know about so how much my experience is there and what are my expertise. So just a few minutes, just a 3 minutes, 4 minutes, not more than that. Then I'll start with the introductory part actually, guys. So the people who has been, that means who has been never interacted with me. So just for those particular people, if already some people already watch on the YouTube, and already some people has already attended the CEDES, the workshop, a free workshop we have been got conducted. So just quickly, guys, just for a quickly, if I talk about them, just give me a minute once. Just quickly, guys, just give me a minute once. Yeah. So just quickly, a brief introduction regarding myself. So here, my name is Vamsi Krishna. So basically, I'm having approximately some around 18 plus years of experience. So which is completely, my complete specialization is on the data. So the main reason why I was able to shift to this data science that much easily, and what made me to move towards the data science, is already my previous experience, almost all 13 years of experience, is completely on the data related technologies. Like I was expertise on database management, like SQL, relational databases. So which is going to be like SQL, PL SQL, T SQL kind of a things actually. And even I was having an expertise even in the management of databases, like database administration, DBA, like backups, recoveries, securities. So I worked as a DBA on the SQL server, SQL DBA. I have been worked on the SQL DBA. And even I have been got worked with SQL, PL SQL with the databases like Oracle. I have been got worked with SQL server, and even I have been got worked with the MySQL, etc., etc. So my total 18 years of experience is completely related to the data related technologies. So like data management, it's going to be BI technologies. Even I have been got worked earlier, before that I have been got worked with the completely on a Microsoft business intelligence tools like ETL, reporting analysis, SQL server integration services, SSIS, SSRS, SSAS. So the complete BI suite, I have been got worked on the complete BI suite actually. So expertise in BI suite is a complete as a BI. And apart from that, I also has been got worked with the big data systems for some around 3 to 4 years of time. So I have been got worked with the big data systems. So all my previous 13 years of experience and all these different types of data related, my complete work is on the data. So I know how to handle the data, what formats of data will come. So complete expertise in the data. So that is one of the reason why I was able to move towards the data science in a very easy way. For some people, the transition from existing technology and existing expertise to the data science is a little bit hard actually. So the people, the guys who come from database, who come from a programming side, so for those people, it is going to be very difficult to handle them. But the people who are already on the data side, so they can easily move towards that particular data science very, very easily. So that is my complete expertise. Like it is going to be data management, BI technologies, big data technologies, and almost all from year 2017. That means almost all 5 years. I'm completely working on the data science. On the data science related technologies, I'm currently working on them. And just to improve my skills and to certify to just it is going to be to get some kind of an evaluation of my experience and my expertise. So I have done one certification program from IIIT Hyderabad in 2019. I completed that. So you may hear about some of the top in the India's top training programs on AI and ML is from IIIT Hyderabad. Various IIITs, IITs, IIMs, NITs, they're offering a lot of courses, actually collaborated with some kind of corporate companies. So even IIIT is collaborated with some other corporates like Great Learnings and something like we are having Talent Sprint. So they have been collaborated with some other corporate companies, and they are offering this kind of the training program. So I have done a certification program on AI and ML from IIIT Hyderabad in 2019. So this is just a brief introduction about myself. Just I don't want to make more about that, but just mainly what is my point here is what is just my main expertise. I just want to show my expertise, 18 years of experience and completely data related technologies. So in my 18 years of experience, I have a lot of I have an idea. So even I can talk about Java, I can talk about a .NET programming, like an operating systems, like a Linux, or it may be Windows. So I have a complete expertise, but most of my expertise is on it's going to be data related technologies only, what I have been got worked with them actually. So that is what exactly just I want to tell you about the introductory part. Okay, guys, now come to our actual discussion, guys. Yesterday, I didn't, this means yesterday is just a small workshop actually, just to give some idea about what exactly the data science course contains, what we will learn in our course, etc., etc. But I didn't talk about any technical aspects actually, guys. So as to say that our course is going to be nothing but a full stack data science course actually, guys. It is going to be a full stack data science. So I'm going to be using a pen tablet. So I'm using a digital pen I'm going to be using, and a pen tablet will be there. So I'm going to be using this actually, guys. It is going to be a data science actually. It is going to be a data science, right? A full stack data science course actually, guys. The course name is going to be full stack data science course. So basically the idea behind the full stack data science course is nothing but just to say that whatever that particular, that means to work in a real-time environment in a data science project. So data science is not just like an working of like a programming language. There are multiple skills are there, multiple techniques we have to learn, a multiple methodologies, a different type of systems we have to use. So it is all about a different types of techniques and methodologies only we have to learn. So there are so many things are there actually, guys. That's why starting from scratch, so from beginning to ending or beginning to end, so whatever the various techniques and technologies that are required, we are going to learn all of them as part of our course curriculum actually. That's why we are going to call it as a full stack data science program, where we are going to learn mainly three important concepts we are going to learn it actually. So mainly we are going to be having machine learning. A full stack data science course or a data science course mainly contains three important core concepts actually. One is going to be nothing but the machine learning, which we are going to call it as which in shortcut we are going to call it as an ML, which is going to be machine learning. The second one is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as a deep learning, what we are going to call it as. It is going to be nothing but it's a deep learning actually. In short, we are going to call it as which is going to be a DL, which is going to be a deep learning actually. And third one is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as which is going to be an artificial intelligence actually. It is going to be the artificial intelligence actually. So this is going to be mainly the particular 3 topics which we are going to be learning as part of that, which we are going to call it as AI. So machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence, which is what we are going to call it as ML, DL, and AI actually. These are mainly the 3 core concepts about the data science. There are some other things are also there. There are all for basically for supporting this ML. That means to learn some ML, there are some prerequisites are there. So directly we don't start with ML. So that's why we call it as a full stack data science course. So whatever the core concepts that are required to implement these 3 whatever that particular 3 concepts which we are going to be learning, ML, DL, and AI, whatever the core concepts that are required, starting from the scratch, we are going to discussing about that. So many people are having a questions like, I don't have any programmatical skills. Can I learn a data science? Or something like some people says that, sir, is maths is required related to the data science? Because they heard a lot of things regarding this particular data science course. Yes, absolutely. A lot of other things are also required actually. I'll conclude them one by one. And one more thing, guys, to get some complete idea about what is a data science course, you require some around 3 to 4 demo sessions are required. So you have to attend this particular, if you want to get a complete idea about what is data science. So you please attend a 3 to 4 demo classes, which we are going to give it at a free of cost. So all these demo sessions are going to be free only, guys. So please attend some at least 3 or 4 demo classes. You will be getting some idea about what basically data science contains. So many people expect data science. Actually, guys, data science is going to be one of a concept of computer science engineering only. It's a part of a computer science engineering. Absolutely. But it is going to be also having some other things also. It is not completely related to computer science. It is also going to be having some other additional things also it is going to contain actually. So that's why don't expect that, sir, it is a part of a computer science engineering. So that means that like a Java or like a C or a C++, can I learn the things? No. First of all, one point you have to remove from your mind, that is data science is not a programming language. C is a programming language. C++ is a programming. Java, .NET, C, it may be something like PHP or something like that. But data science is not all about learning a programming language. So many people expect that you may learn some kind of a programming language, just like Java or some other thing. We'll just join the course and we are going to learn a programming and just come outside. No, there are a lot of other things are also going to be there. Programmatically, there is nothing importance in the data science actually. We have a programming parts. We have some kind of an programming part and some kind of a coding is required, but we don't have any importance for a programming language as part of our data science course. We don't have any importance actually, guys. We don't give any importance for that particular programming skills. We only give some kind of an importance only to some concepts, understanding about some concepts actually, guys. So anyhow, the first 2 days, I'm going to give you some introductory part of the machine learning. As I told you, 3 to 4 days it will take it. So right now, I'm not going to take any introductory part of deep learning, and I'm not talking anything about the artificial intelligence. First 2 classes, two classes, I'm going to works completely based on the machine learning concepts. Completely based on the machine learning concepts actually, guys. That means I'm not discussing about the main part of the machine learning, just an introductory part about that. Why machine learning came, why it has been became a popular from the last 5-6 years of time, when that particular it has been got started. So why it has been, what made it becomes to that much popular nowadays, what is the industry is expecting from the machine learning. So that's why 1 or 2 days it is going to take it actually, guys. 1 or 2 days it is going to take it actually. So leave the data science course apart from, guys, forget about all the remaining terminologies. Our completely, the first 2 days is completely only on this machine learning only, guys. Completely our discussion and our concentration is only on the machine learning. Forget about the remaining part. What is deep learning? What is artificial intelligence? What is data science? Leave it. We'll come back to that. Our main concept is going to be, the main discussion is on the machine learning. Guys. Today and tomorrow, completely on the machine learning concept, we'll discuss about that. Okay. So first of all, Even that means nowadays, this machine learning is one of the buzzword. So it is going to be buzzing. It is going to be very free. Everybody is talking about them. Everybody is talking about this particular machine learning. So maybe 2 years, 3 years before, so people are having a different opinions about what is machine learning actually. But now, as of now, almost all people has been already started understanding about what is machine learning, what is AI, etc. They already got a clear idea. Maybe they are not expertise in that, but they got an idea about what is machine learning actually. The name itself saying that machine learning. The name itself is suggests deep learning, artificial intelligence means we can't derive anything from that particular the term actually. What do you mean to say deep learning? Nothing you can derive. Deep learning, we never heard about that. We never heard about what is deep learning. We never heard about that. Okay, but machine learning, some idea, some machine learning. So machine is going to learn. So we don't learn from the machine, guys. Machine itself is going to be learning the things actually. Machine itself is going to be learning the things actually. Now, let us start the discussion slowly, guys. Slowly, one by one points I'll connect it. So if you have any questions, as you can see a text, you can use a chat panel actually, guys. You can use a chat panel. So you can just go to the chat panel and you can just type whatever the question you are having. Otherwise, you can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself. I currently made all of you as a mute. So if you can unmute yourself and you can speak if you have any questions are there. And no worries. So I'll take some around already 6:30, almost all guys. Another 45 minutes, I'll take a demo. After that, 15-20 minutes, I'll take the questions actually. If you have any technical questions, because so many questions will come. Sir, can I learn how much experience I have to put? If I have to put 2 years of experience, what other skills are required? I'll discuss them. I'll take up all your questions one by one. So I'll tell you when I'll take which type of questions on which day. I'll explain that. I'll give some idea about them and we'll discuss about them. Don't worry. If you have any questions, meanwhile, you can just raise your questions, but relevant to current discussion actually, guys. Relevant to the current discussion actually. I'll tell you, guys. I'll tell you. Okay. So as you said, we are not using, no. I said that we are not going to be using any programming language. I said that we don't have any importance from a programming language. We will learn a programming language, but we don't give any importance for that actually. Right? Got my point, guys? Balaji? Okay. I didn't say I'm not using anything, but we don't give any importance for a programming language here. Okay. Now let us come to the discussion, guys. Let us start with, while you're learning C, C++, Java, when you learn any programming languages, guys. So maybe most of you, I can expect at least 95, more than 90% of the people who has been attending this particular session. There are some around 16, 17 people are there. At least minimum 90-95% of the people may already having some idea about programming language. 1 or 2 people may be there who do not have any idea about programming languages. They learn because nowadays, guys, as part of your academic courses only, at least there are teaching a minimal C language. Everybody is learning actually minimal C language. Whatever may be the bachelor's you do, whether you do engineering, whether you do a non-engineering backgrounds also, still as part of their academic courses, they are learning at least a minimum programming language they are learning. Even I have seen, guys, some of the commerce students also learning some programming language as part of their course curriculums. As part of our academic courses also, minimum they are having some basic programming languages are going to be there. Even they are not completely relevant to any software programming, any software related or any computer science related backgrounds also. So Java, PHP, whatever you talk about them, PHP, .NET, etc. So when you attend this demo classes, actually, I guess, in the introductory part, when you attend the introductory part, actually, I guess, they will talk about what is a programming language and why do you require a programming language. It's a programming language. They're all programming languages, obviously programming languages. The first discussion in the introductory part, the main discussion they will do is why you have to learn why programming language is going to be required, or why a programming language is going to be required. This is the first discussion what they will do it actually, guys. So basically the main point is computers, your machines, your computers cannot understand our human language. That means whenever I speak something, your computer can't understand anything from it. That's why we require a programming language. We require a programming language which is going to instruct that particular computer to do some kind of a process actually. Like for example, simply if I say, just if I open something and simply if I say add 10 plus 20 means machine can't understand for that. You have to write a program because machines cannot interact directly with your humans. As a humans, you cannot directly speak to that particular computer actually. So if you want to do some kind of a process, if a computer has to do some process, we have to write a programming language. So what is a programming language? A programming language definition, which is going to be a set of instructions. It is going to be a set of instructions to perform an operation or to perform a task by a computer. To perform a task. So a programming language is basically used to, what is a program? A computer programming language or a software programming language is nothing but which is basically allows you to write a set of instructions to perform a particular task. So I want to add two numbers. We have to write some program. I want to find the square root of a particular number. I have to write a program. To check whether a number is a prime number or not, we have to write some program. Or to check whether a number is an Armstrong number or not, we have to write a program. So starting from initially, that means once the programming language has been, the era of programming language started, every time you are talking about the same thing, write a program, write a program, write a program, write a program. Meanwhile, at the same time, some computer experts thought one thing. Why every time you are writing a program to a computer, or why every time you are writing a program for performing a task, so many years, some decades, not years of time, maybe it is going to be 6 decades or 7 decades from the last 7-8 decades of time. Every time, even if you want to do a small operation like 10 plus 20, we are writing a program. Even for writing a small text, a small program like adding of two numbers also, we are writing a program. From these many decades of time, you are writing a program, we are writing the programs. Why can't the machines can learn directly from that means from the last years of time you are writing a program, can't machines can directly learn the program directly? That means they can't write the program by themselves? Why every time I have to write the program? From years we are writing the program. So from all these particular inputs we have been given to the systems or to the computers up to now, why can't a computer can write a program by itself? So if I say, that means our main point is, I want to add two numbers. I want to add two numbers. So up to here, from almost all 60, 70 years of time, you are writing the program. By that time, machines already identified. So whenever the user wants to add the two numbers, he is writing this program. So by understanding that, why the computers can't write the programs by themselves? So based on our requirements, why a computer can write a program? Computer can write a program by itself? Yes, they started some research. Actually, when this research has been got started, actually, guys, it is not recent. It is not 5-6 years before. Almost all this research was started around in 1950s only. This research has been started. Around in 1950 only, the research has been started. The people thought, the computer experts thought, why every time you are writing a program, can't the computers can write the program by themselves? Can a computer can write a program? Can write a program. Can I write a program? Right. Can a computer can write a program? Initially they started actually, guys. Somewhere around 1950 to 1960s, they have been started actually. The history started in 1960 only, guys. Yes, they are able to implement the things, but with a very small operations, like machines are able to do the programming part by themselves just by adding of two numbers, subtraction of the two numbers, product of two numbers, or something like division of two numbers. Only up to some scale, only up to some limited scope only they're able to implement them. They're able to write the programs. They started research. So why the machines can't write the program by themselves? They started research about that. So they're able to make the machines to write the programs for addition of two numbers, or for subtraction of two numbers, or product of two numbers, or some division of two numbers. But scope was very limited actually. The very scope was very limited actually. Why it was a limited scope? Because in around 1950s actually, guys, around in 1950s, the main problem here is the computing power of your systems. Your computing power of the systems actually, guys. We know them, guys. Hope you all of you have an idea. In initial days, the computers, nowadays the computers are doing a lot of work actually, guys. But in initial days, the computers are only designed to perform only the basic mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions. They are only two. That means there are only to perform the basic mathematical operations. Why? Because the reason is going to be nothing but what we can say is it is due to some kind of an computing power of the systems actually. You know these guys, some years before, it's maybe some years, but not years before actually, guys. Maybe it's not decades before, maybe some around 20 years back, approximately some 15 to 20 years back, whatever the computers you are having, whatever the computers we used to use, they have been less computing power than the latest mobiles what we are going to be using. If we compare 15 years back, 20 years back, the current mobiles, whatever the mobiles we are using, as you know that currently the latest mobiles is coming with a minimum of some around 64 GB of the space. 15-20 years of time, your computer used to be around 20 to 40 GB of the space. 20 to 40 GB of the disk storage we used to get it actually, guys. Now a minimal 32 GB we are getting actually, guys. Minimum almost all, every mobile is almost all becoming 64, minimum 32 GB. Forgot about the RAM actually, guys. 20 years before, when I brought my first laptop, for my first desktop, it is going to be 128 MB of RAM actually, guys. It is not 128 GB, guys, 128 MB of the RAM. Just imagine 128 MB of RAM, not even a pen drive is coming now. It's coming in GB. Now the laptops and desktops are coming with a minimum of 4 GB to almost approximately up to 16 GB we are getting it actually, guys. So in 1950, imagine 20 years before I'm talking about, from the last 15 years only, guys, a lot of tremendous changes has been got done actually. We are able to see a very lot of, because in my 18 years of experience, so I have seen both of, most of the people do not know. So how the normal mobiles used to be there. Now everybody is using a smart mobiles. But 20 years back, we don't have any smart mobiles actually. So then we don't know. That means we have seen now as of the current, whatever that particular, the latest generation people are there, the children are there. So they don't know how used to be the banks used to operate when there is no ATM machines. 20 years back only, guys, from the last 20 years only, all these changes has been taken place. Before 22 years, as I remember, 20 years, almost 20 years back, we don't have any ATM machines. We used to go to the bank, we used to stand in line, we used to spend a lot of time, and we used to get a cash or to deposit the cash or to withdraw the cash. But now technology has been completely changed. Digital money, ATM machines, everything, online transfer, online booking, lot of tremendous changes has been done. One of the main reason actually, guys, computing power. The mainly computing power of the system actually, guys. Imagine a 20 to 40 GB hard disk is there. Now a mobile is coming with a 32 GB the 32 GB storage is coming. What about your laptops and desktops? Minimum 1 terabyte of the storage, minimum 1 terabyte. How many times it has been got multiplied actually, guys? Where the 20-40 GB is there, now it is going to be 1 terabyte of the storage is coming actually. So the research of this machine learning has been started in early 1950s only. In the initial days, small tasks they used to do that. Up to 2000, it was fine. They started doing some research, but computing power is not that much heavy. That the computing power is not that much large to perform a large task. A small task only it has been got done actually, guys. But suddenly after 2005, there has been a lot of tremendous technology changes has been came actually. And one of the main architecture which brought all these changes is going to be nothing but it's a cloud computing. It is going to be a kind of a cloud computing has been got into the existence. After cloud computing, guys, after the cloud computing has came into the existence, a lot of technology change has been came actually. So all these things, guys, like your whatever the your smart mobiles, or even your smart devices, whatever you're using, or even in cars. So even in the cars, like we are using something called as an connect. So they will connect to the particular cloud. All the data is going to be gets collected, analysis, all these things are going to be gets done actually. It is all these changes has been got due to the cloud computing actually. Your Apple phones, your Apple watches, all these are working on the cloud only, guys. Without the cloud, so whatever the technology we are going to be enjoying nowadays, so that may not be that much reality. That much reality it may not come if really the cloud computing has been not came. So cloud computing brought a lot of technology change, guys, actually. Whatever we are enjoying today is completely due to the cloud computing. If really cloud computing was not there, still the old technology and the old operations only we used to do it actually. So suddenly after 2005, the computing power of the system has been got increased actually, guys. Due to that, they are able to apply some kind of an complicated work or complicated calculations. And why the machine learning came into it has been become popular from the last 6-7 years back only, guys. Before that, we don't have it actually. Some around 6 to 7 years back only, we used to this machine learning has been become popular. But existence is there actually, guys. Existence was there almost all from 1950s. They started the research. But there are not that much success stories has been not came. After 2005, it has been speeded up actually, guys. The research has been speeded up, and a lot of new something like an algorithms has been came, or some kind of an techniques has been made. It all this became the reality actually. But before that, we don't have it. We have it, but there are not that much success stories has been not there. From 2005, again, the research has been speed up, and a lot of companies came into the existence like Facebook, Google, all this has been started working on them. And they brought almost all around some 2012, 2013, almost all they brought everything into reality actually. And almost all from 2015, 2016, it has started doing a lot of wonders in the real applications. If we talk about real application, guys, we can talk about a lot of things actually. So that is some basic history behind them. Started in 1950s, 1960s, it was started. But due to the computing power, we are unable to make success stories of them as small operations. But in 2005, after 2005, there is a lot of computing power has been increased. And due to that, some kind of a latest and powerful libraries has been came. And that has been made, this machine learning made into a success stories, and that has been came into the reality actually, guys. Now, first of all, what is machine learning basically? What is machine learning basically says that machine is very simple technique, guys, a very simple technique. What the machine says is, you give me the data to me, you give me the data to me, I am going to understand the data. So the machine understands that particular data. I'll tell you in easiest way. You give me the data, just you tell me what is the data, and I'm going to understand the data. Whatever the data you given me, I'm going to understand the data. Whatever I have been understood, everything I'm going to convert into a program. A model is going to be gets converted actually. That is, it's a new terminologies actually, guys. Whatever the terminologies you use in a programming language. So in a programming language, the terminologies, compile a program, it's a compiler, it is going to be executor, or it is going to be some kind of a virtual machine, a Java virtual machine, or something like some other thing. But here we don't use those terminologies, guys. You give me the data, I am going to understand the data. Whatever I understood from that particular data, I'll give you as an insights to you. And based on that particular insights, I'm going to give you what is going to be nothing but I'm going to do some kind of a prediction. Basically, guys, the machine learning is all about a predictive analysis actually, guys. I'll tell you the applications. It is all about something about the predictive analysis actually. In a simplest way, if I tell you, guys, look at this program actually, guys. Somebody has given a requirement to me. Guys. It's a very toy example. Toy example means you can just play with them actually. For example, the client has given some requirement to a programmer saying that I'm going to give two inputs. One is going to be, let us say, X and Y. and I want to get some output like this, which is going to be nothing but Z. For example, guys, if X is 10, Y is 20, the value of Z must be nothing but it must be 30. If X is 100 and Y is 200, the output Z must be nothing but it must be 300. If X is going to be +1 and Y is equals to -1, the result Z must be something like a 0. If I give something like 5 and 6, the output should be something like 11. Observe carefully, guys. This is a program what somebody has given to me. If I give two inputs X and Y, and I want to get some output Z, if I give 10 and 20, I have to get 30. If I give 100 and 200, I have to get 300. If I give +1 -1, it is 0. If I give 5 and 6, it is going to be 11. And if I give you some value like, for example, something like 20 and 30, you have to find out what is the result of this. You have to tell me. That means your program has to find out what is the output of that particular result when X is 20 and Y is equals to 30 actually, yes. Hope all of you are, just think only at a lower level, guys. Don't go at a higher level. Once again, somebody has given a requirement to you guys, or sometimes you will get in Facebooks and all these things, in WhatsApps, you will get it. Only genius can solve this problem. If X and Y and Z is going to be these three values, if X is 10, Y is 20, Z will be 30. If X is going to be 100 and Y is 200, Z will be 300. If X is +1 and Y is -1, the result Z is going to be 0. And if X is 5 and Y is 6, the result is going to be 11. If X is 20, Y is 30, you have to tell me what is the answer for this. All of you know answer for this actually, guys. You know, all of you know that. What you can observe, the observation is going to be nothing but this Z is going to be nothing but the summation of the two numbers. The summation of the two numbers. That means a programmer has to understand what is the logic behind them. That means how this Z is derived from the X and Y. So this Z is going to be derived from, which is going to be just the addition of two numbers. So for that, I have to write a program. So I'm not writing any specific program, just I'm writing some main method. I'll take X, Y, and Z. I'll take the X value. I'll take the Y value, and I'm going to say Z equals to X plus Y. And I'm going to say the print the value of Z actually. This is what the program has to write. It may be a C program, or it may be a C++, or it may be Java, or it may be some other programming language. Does not matter. We have to write the program. That means that in a normal programming languages, the programmer has to understand how the output is going to be derived from the input. According to that, he has to write the program actually, because the program has to be written by the user. The logic has to be written by the user, and the logic has to be written in a format of a programming language by using C, C++, Java, whatever you want. Now, what the machine learning says that actually, guys, what is a machine learning says that is? Machine learning says that you just give me that X, Y, and the Z. You don't write any program for me. You don't tell anything to me. Just tell me what is your input, what is your output. If this is the input, this must be the output. If this is an input, this must be the output. So what my machine says is, you give this data to me. You just give me this data to me. So when I give this particular data to the machine understands the relation, how this Z is derived from that X and Y. The machine understands, guys. The machine learns. Why we are calling it as a machine learning actually, guys? The machine learns how that particular output is derived from the input. And the machine says that, the machine will tell that Z is equals to nothing but X plus Y. Hope you got the difference between a normal programming language and a traditional machine learning application actually, guys. In a normal programming language, by understanding the business logic, or by understanding the logic behind that, we have to write the code for that. Whereas in machine learning, the machine says that you don't write any program, just give me the input to me. I am going to understand and I'm going to write the program for you. So machine is going to write the program by understanding the data actually, guys. In a simplest way to understand what is the difference between a traditional programming language and a machine learning application actually, guys. In a traditional programming language, this is your computer. This is a computer, or what we call it as a machine. You give the input and you also give the program also. You have to write the program by yourself, guys. Simply in a Java program, I cannot say that take the data and write the program. You have to write the program. And you know that While you are executing, we are going to execute the program by giving the input. Your computer is going to give the output according to the program and according to the given input, according to the logic, whatever you write the program, that output is going to be gets coming. If you write a plus b, you will get the result of a plus b. If you write a minus b, you will get the result of a minus b. That is a normal programming language, guys. But what is going to be the machine learning? What is going to be the machine learning actually, guys? Same computer will be there. But to the computer, I'm going to give the input and I'm going to give the output actually, guys. I don't write any logic actually, guys. If you want, I can solve. When you start with the actual application, we'll solve the problems. You give me what is the input data and you give me what is the output you required. I am going to understand the logic behind them. I am going to study how that output is derived from that particular input, and I am going to write the program for you. So hope you understood what is the difference actually, guys. The program or the logic is going to be written by your machine. But how the machine will write? The machine is going to write by understanding the data actually, guys. By understanding some data or by understanding some input and output, the machine is going to say that this is an addition of two numbers. Same example, if I give it, guys, just give the input and give the output. Machine writes a program, tells that it is x plus y, or it is x minus y, or it is x multiplied by y. Everything is going to be done by the machine only, guys. Hope you all of you got the difference actually, guys. We don't write the logic. We don't write the logic. We'll just make the data to be understandable by the machine, and the machine is going to tell us that this is how this data is coming actually, guys. That is what exactly the machine is talking about. That is what the simple machine learning says, that data was given to the machine. Machine understands the data. The program, whatever I have written earlier case, the program is going to be nothing but the insights. Insights is nothing but, guys, what the machine has been understood from the data. That is what we call it as insights. Now, using these insights, I can do some kind of a prediction. I can do some kind of a prediction actually, guys. That means the same example. Whenever I given this data to the machine, observe carefully, guys. When I given this data to the machine, by giving x, y, and z, machine understands, saying that z is derived from the x and y like this. Now, if I give x and y, directly your machine tells you what is the result. So machine tells that, machine understood that it is addition of two numbers. Directly the machine tells that the result is going to be nothing but, if x is 10, 20 and y is equals to 30, the result is going to be nothing but the z will be 50. The machine tells you the data actually, guys. We don't write even a single line of code for functional wise. I'm not saying that we don't write any program. We don't write any program for any functional implementation actually, guys. I'll tell you one simple and a practical example. Why do you require this machine learning concepts? Why do you require the predictive analysis actually, guys? Have a look at this. A simple example. This is one of the common example which we generally use it for repeated number of times to understand the concepts of machine learning actually, guys. Like for example, just let us take an example of a bank. Let us take an example of a bank actually, guys. In a bank, there is a loans department is there. It is going to be the loans department actually. So what is the loans department? What is basically the role of a loans department actually? To give the loans to the customers. It's not only just giving the loans to the customers, whether the customers are repaying the loans promptly or not, also they have to verify. And we know that, guys, whenever we apply a loan, when a customer applies a loan, nowadays, getting a loan is not that much easy because the banks are not taking the risk. But some years before, the banks are in high risk actually, because without doing any verification, proper verification nowadays, so the banks are doing a lot of verifications. Mainly it is asking, what is your CIBIL score? Everything they have been linked. Our bank account is linked with our bank account is linked with our mobile number. So just if they enter the mobile number or our PAN card number, our PAN card, our bank and mobile numbers are everything is interconnected actually. They have been linked actually. So once if you enter a PAN card number or once you enter your card number, complete details, all complete details will come. How much loans you have been taken, whether you have repaid it promptly or not. If repaid is promptly, so automatically CIBIL score is going to be increases actually. So, but in earlier, CIBIL score has been came in the recent years actually, guys. Recent means maybe I remembered some around 8 or 9 years back. Before that, we don't have that. Just only some kind of an age proof or income proof or address proof, they used to take it actually. But after taking in the loan, if the customer changes his address, the banks are unable to recover that particular one. So in a banking, whenever we go to the loans, so there is a lot of defaulters used to be there actually. A lot of defaulters. Lot means it is not 80%, 90%, but generally 20 to 30%, there used to be defaulters used to be there. So what the bank wants to do, what the banks want to do is, they want to identify. That means generally, after giving a loan, after the loan is, once the loan was approved, once the loan was given, so anybody can say that whether the person is a defaulter or non-defaulter. If he's paying the EMS promptly, he is non-defaulter. If he's not paying the EMS promptly, he's a defaulter actually. Yes, you can leave, Rahul. You can leave. Yeah, you can join tomorrow. Same link. Yeah. So it is going to be. So what you are discussing here is, yeah, loans. Before giving the loans, they have to have at least some idea whether this person will be a defaulter or whether this person would be a non-defaulter. So they want to do some analysis actually, guys. At least they have to have some assumption. Like for example, simple example. So whenever your friend, so one of your friend has asked some money. So to borrow some money actually, you want to borrow some money. So before we are giving the money to your friend, whether you can recover that money or not, how much extent he can repay. So at least I know about him. So he's earning a salary of 10,000. So whenever he takes a loan of 20,000 from me, so how many months it will take to recover that particular amount from my friend? Same, how do you have some basic idea about the recovering of that particular money? Even the same thing, the banks also has to do the same thing. So before giving a loan, what is the chances? They collect a lot of information, like what is the age of the customer, how much salary he is going to be earning, whether he is having any children or not, or whether he is married or not. If he is married, how many children are there? Because married and unmarried person, so the expenses will be different. If he is having 0 child and 1 child, expenses will be different. Whether he was staying in a house, which is going to be a rented house, or whether it is an own house. So whether the house is in loan or not. So the banks will try to find out whether he was in a position to repay my EMI, repay my loan amount or not. They want to verify it actually. So after doing all these verification, they given the loan. He's having a good salary. He's having a rented house. Even if I verify this, if I take all this information, that only tells you what is the customer, but how would be the customer? This data is not going to tell you. So that's the reason the defaulters are getting increasing. 20-30% defaulters are there. So over that time period, let us say 5 years happened. In the 5 years, we have been given the loans to a lot of customers, but 20-30 people, 30% of the people, they are becoming the defaulters actually. So what the bank thought is, if you can analyze, that means if you study the past customers data. So we have already past customers data. The past 5 years customers data is there. Among that, who are the defaulters and who are the non-defaulters? We know them. Who are the defaulters? Who are the non-defaulters? It's not just like 10 records, 20 records. We have thousands of records, lakhs of records, or millions of records. If you analyze this past customers data, you may get some kind of an insights. As you know, these guys, nowadays, actually currently, we are living in the age of data. So we are living in the data age actually, guys. Every day, our every activity is going to be performed only based on the data only. Only based on the data actually, guys. We are completely living on the data age. Even just if you browse your mobile, some data will be generated. Only simple browsing will generate a data actually, guys. You need not to go to a bank and do a transaction, or no need to go to a shop and no need to do a transaction. Simply, if you just browse if you open your YouTube and watch the videos in YouTube, some data is going to be generating. We generates a lot of data every day, guys. So we know that, guys, how the data has been exponentially increased. So we used to work with GBs. After GBs, we are working with TBs. After TBs, we went up to PBs. After exabytes, XBs, it is going to be XB. And now I think it is going to be zettabytes. And even you have crossed the zettabytes also, guys, etabytes. Now, currently, we are having the size of which is going to be etabytes we are going to be using actually. We already crossed it. Our machines itself is coming with a terabytes of storages. So this data, whatever the past 10 years data or 5 years data is there, we have a lot of data is there. If we can analyze the data actually, guys, if we can analyze the data, some story will come. Okay, this is the characteristics of the defaulters. These are the characteristics of the non-defaulters, some kind of a data. Yes, who is to do all these analysis? Some years before, statisticians used to do this actually, guys. They used to do it. All this task has been assigned to statisticians. Statisticians are nothing but some kind of an mathematical people who are going to be doing a lot of analysis. Statisticians, analysis, data analysis. But mainly their main problem is statisticians basically, guys, maximum softwares they will use is only up to Excel only, guys. So if you just meet if you meet a mathematician or statistician, maximum they will use a computers only for Excel sheets. Beyond that, they are not interested to use any programming language. They don't learn any programming language. They don't use any softwares. Maximum extent they will use as Excel actually, guys. But Excel will have a limitations. It cannot work with a very large volumes of data. But nowadays data is a very large. So statisticians used to do that, but they used to take some years of time consuming. So even nowadays, actually, guys, you can see a lot of difference. Some years before, we used to see the news saying that some scientist has been done some research on a so-and-so protein. For almost all 20 years, they have been done a research. But now the scientists are also doing, guys, they're coming to a conclusion within 2 to 3 years of just a research, they are doing it actually, guys. Within 2 to 3 years of time only, they are just coming to a conclusion actually. Previously, there used to be 20 years. Why 20 years actually, guys? The main problem is the understanding the data. They'll do a lot of research, some kind of a cancer detection, they are doing that. So they takes all the cancer patients' data, analyze that particular data, years they used to analyze, and then do used to conclusion. So and so reason, this is the reason why this particular cancer is going to be affected. But now with 2 to 3 years of data, we are able to do all these analysis very, very faster actually, guys. Why? Because it is due to these machines actually. Statisticians used to do all this work manually to analyze the past customers' data. So there the machines are coming into the rescue actually, guys. Now what we are doing here is the machines are saying that give me the past customers' data. What is your past customers' data actually? It is your experience. What has been happened? So obviously, guys, whenever we want to take a decision in our real life, so tomorrow whether it will rain or not, depending on the previous day weather report only, we are going to decide actually. So what is going to be the past customers' data? That is nothing but your experience. Tell me what has been happened in the past. Tell me what has been happened in the past. Tell me what has been happened in the past means we don't say that he is a defaulter, he is a non-defaulter. No, this is the age of the person. This is the salary of the person, and he is having the number of children. He is staying in a rented house, and he is a defaulter. So tell me what are the characteristics of the defaulters, and tell me what are the characteristics of the non-defaulters. Everything you have to give me in a format of data only. Simply if you say that this is a text, it cannot understand. Everything should be a structured format. Age, salary, children, house. What is the status? What is the age of the customer? What is the salary? How many children they have? What type of house they are staying? What is the current status? For example, 30, his salary is going to be 50K. Number of children is going to be 1. He was staying in a own house, and he is a non-defaulter actually. So tell me what has been happened. Tell me the past customers' data. Give it to the machine. Machine is going to study the data actually, guys. Machine is going to study the data. So previously what the statisticians used to do, that everything is going to be done by your machine. Your machine means your computer will do. Just give the customers data actually, guys. Just give the customers data to the machine and ask the machine, tell me what are the characteristics of the defaulters and what are the characteristics of the non-defaulters. Machines will study the data, and within some few seconds of time or within a few minutes of time, it gives you the insights actually. Insights is nothing but what it has been understood. It gives an insights. Like for example, if the salary is going to be less than 50K, and for example, if the number of children is going to be more than 1, and for example, if the staying in a rented house, chances is going to be he is a defaulter. That means before giving a loan, now once you understood this, now before giving a loan, I'll check it out. Whether the person's salary is less than 50K, and if number of child is going to be more than one, and if he's staying in a rented house, then I say that chances is a defaulter. So before giving a loan, cross-check with him, take more and more documents, do more and more verification, and then only you give the link. Like a risk management actually, guys. Why the banks has to take the risk? So that's why, to avoid that particular risk, some identification. There is a chances that this person is a defaulter. So before giving a loan, do some extra verification, do some more cross-checking with that, or don't give that particular loan to the particular customers. So the machine is going to comes with the insights, and based on the insights, we can do some kind of a prediction. That means in the future, who could be the defaulters, who could be the non-defaulters, my machine will tell you actually, guys. So simple way actually, guys. What is your past customers data? Give it to the machine. Machine will learn the data. Machine will learn from the data, and it understands the data and give you some kind of an insights. Based on that insights, we can do the prediction. In future, whenever a new customer comes, whether he could be a defaulter, whether he could be a non-defaulter, the machine will tell you actually, guys. We don't do anything at all. We don't write any functional code actually, guys. Everything is going to be done by the machine. The machine studies the data and it is going to give you the insights actually. I'm not going a little bit higher level, guys. In coming next days, I'll tell you where we can use all these kind of scenarios. In a simple way, guys, machine learning is nothing but understanding the data. What has been happened in the past? Not only that one, guys. In the last 10 days, what is the weather report? Whether it was rain or not, give it to the machine. Next day, tomorrow, on any day, what is the weather report? If we give the weather report, it will tell you whether it is going to today it will rain or whether it is not going to rain. So even our Google weather actually, guys, it will predict today at 1 a.m. there is a chances that it is going to rain. 30% chances that it is a rain, 60% chances that it will rain. It is nothing but a predictive actually, guys. It is going to be nothing but a prediction actually. But how it is going to do, depending on the past customers data, depending on the previous data only, it is going to work actually, guys. Yeah. Please don't mind, guys. Just give me a minute. I'll be back. Just somebody has came. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Yeah, guys. Sorry, guys. Let's continue, guys. So it's not only this one, guys. Even in
sir,
yeah,
sir,
yeah.
sorry,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
I have few work, so I'm.
Yeah. You can leave. You can leave.
Okay.
You can join tomorrow.
Sir, tomorrow I have to join on the same time.
Same link. Same link. Same time.
Same time. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Fine. Yeah, guys. Okay, guys. So let's continue, guys. Which is going to be nothing but what we can say here is, guys. What we can say here is, yeah. So even in medical diagnosis, actually, guys, in medical diagnosis, so the patient's data. So what kind of a symptoms we have? So for which kind of a, for example, like same example, guys, like if we talk about COVID positives. So these are the symptoms whenever it is going to be positive. These are the symptoms. These are negative actually. Machines will study the data. Machines will study the data actually. So one of the main reason actually, guys, why we are able to handle this COVID situation compare with the previous. We have heard the news 100 years back, we have some kind of a virus. So these many people has been died. But how the countries now, as of the current situation, how we are able to handle it? It is all about with the machine learning, a very fast analytics part, a fast understanding of the data. So all these things has been made to handle these particular situations within a short period of time actually. But initially when they started actually, guys, they said that 5 years, 10 years, this particular COVID will be there. So we have to suffer with the 10 years, 5 years, it will be there because 100 years back something happened. But we are able to handle the situation very fastly. Even vaccination also has been came very fastly. It is due to all this, the success stories of this machine learning only, guys. So the main idea, the main target about machine learning is nothing but a simplest way actually, guys. Tell me what has been happened in the past. I'll understand it. I'll understand it. I will analyze it, and I'll find out some kind of an insight from that. Based on that, I can just directly tell you in future what is going to happen actually, guys. That is what exactly simple to understand what is machine learning. Say like some previous case, as I told you, if you give me this data to me, I will understand how the Z was derived from X and Y. Based on that, when you give me X as 20 and Y as 30, I'll tell you what is the answer for Z actually. The machine will find out how that particular related. Same here also in the loans department. So whether he was a defaulter or whether he was a non-defaulter. So what is the insight from that? Which kind of age people are becoming defaulters? What are their salaries? How many children they have? What type of house they are staying? They will analyze all these things and they will give you some kind of an insights to us. Based on that insights, who could be the defaulter? Who could be the non-defaulters? We can predict them. Based on that, the loan approval is going to take in place actually, guys. That is the simplest way of to understand what is machine learning. Sir, you are saying that machine learning is very easy. So machine is going to take the data, machine is going to tell the insights, and machine is going to do the prediction. Then what is my work here, guys? So that is going to be the main task, what a machine learning expert has to do it actually, guys. So today we have been discussed about what is the basic idea about what is machine learning will do. But I have not discussed about how to do the machine learning actually, guys. So what are the technical aspects of machine learning? In the tomorrow's class, I'm going to discuss about the technical aspects of the machine learning actually, guys. Okay. So tomorrow we'll get a little bit more idea about what exactly we have to do as part of this particular machine learning concepts. But sir, machine learning is a part of data science only, guys. So we are learning data science only. Don't think that we are learning machine learning. Machine learning, deep learning, AI, NLP, all these are part of a all these part of a data science course only. So we are learning one main important part of the data science, which is machine learning, deep learning, AI, NLP. All these are the subsets of that particular data science course only, guys. Okay. So just for today, we'll stop with this introductory part actually, guys. And I'll take some few questions from the participants. If you have any questions, please text me one by one, guys. Don't please all at a time. Don't rush it because I cannot discuss it about that. Yes. Krishna Chavan, it is going to be a data science class. As part of the data science, we are going to be learning one concept, what we are going to call it as, which is going to be machine learning concept actually. So it is a part of a data science course. So we are learning a data science. Inside the data science, whatever the topic I'm learning is going to be one part actually. Even in our course curriculum also, guys, first we are going to learn machine learning. Then we are going to learn deep learning. What are the prerequisites of learning? So tomorrow I'll give you guys all the technical aspects of what exactly the topics which we discuss in our data science course. We are going to learn, we are going to discuss all these things in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. So if anybody having any questions, guys, 10-15 minutes, I'll take the questions. Right. Okay. For ML, do you use any tool? No. Actually, we are having some tools, but as part of our course, actually, guys, we are going to be learning, we are going to be using a programming language. It's not a programming language, guys. It is a scripting language. As I told you, tomorrow's class, I'm going to discuss about the technical aspects of that. But to implement this machine learning, mostly the popular language which we are going to use is Python or R language. So as part of our course curriculum, we are going to learn both Python and as well as R also we are going to use. And as you are asking that, sir, will there be any tools are there? Yes, we have some tools are also there. Like we have a tool called as an Vika, or we are going to be having some kind of an cloud services actually, guys. Almost all cloud services like Azure, or it may be AWS, or it may be the Google Cloud Platform. All these are providing some tools for implementing all this machine learning. Without knowing any concepts, we can apply the machine learning, guys. All like an automated ML concepts. So there are going to be such kind of a services are there, or by scripting, if you want to write, better to go for Python or R language. So we use as a tools, but mostly we are going to be depending on a languages actually, guys. Balaji. Okay, fine. Yeah, guys. Anybody's guys? Anyhow, like a course duration, what is the fees? That we put it aside actually, guys. If you have any technical doubts related to machine learning, remaining things, guys, you can just ask me. I can discuss it for another couple of minutes of time. Anybody, guys? Any questions? Please feel free to ask me, guys. Feel free to discuss with me. Nobody? Any questions, guys? No questions. Yes. Okay, guys. I think no more questions actually, guys. Nobody is asking any questions actually. Please attend, guys, 3 to 4 classes of demo classes. After yes, absolutely, Balaji. After completion of your course, you can be able to attend that particular interviews. So how many years of experience you can handle with this particular course? Okay. So what are the different roles? Slowly, guys, one after the another, we are going to discuss about them. One after the another, we'll discuss about them. Yeah. During the course, how many projects we are going to do? In the tomorrow's class, it is going to be Lakshmi Pujita. So tomorrow, that means in tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss about them. But one more thing is learning a data science. Actually, learning a data science itself is going to be like not like a programming language. Actually, here we are going to learn some algorithms, basically the machine learning algorithms. So while we are learning the machine learning algorithms, with every ML algorithm, we are going to do some kind of a project. It is going to be for every algorithm, we are going to be doing some kind of a project. And at the last, we are going to do some projects actually. So as part of our course curriculum, we are going to be having some different projects based on your interested domain. So I don't say exactly how many projects are there, but we are going to be discussing about some around 4 to 5 projects I'm going to be discussing. But it's not for all of them. It depends on your interested domain actually. So if anybody is working on banking domain or insurance domain, so depending on that, at least you can do some around 2 projects. You can do it actually after completion of your course. At the end of the course, we are going to be making you to do at least 2 projects, or with a real-time data sets only we are going to work with them. Okay. Not only these 2 projects, with every algorithm we are going to learn, we are going to do some kind of a projects only, guys. So I'll show you some course curriculum, my complete course curriculum in the tomorrow's class. To get a complete idea about them, we are going to discuss about it in the next class. Okay. Fine, guys.
Sir, I have a question,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
Sir, what is the basic difference between a simple data science engineer and the one who is doing credit risk modeling?
Can you repeat it once again?
What is the difference? What is the difference between a data scientist and a credit risk modeler?
Credit risk, credit risk modeler is going to be, okay. Credit risk modelers. So basically their main target. So who is actually a data scientist? Actually, data scientist is going to be nothing but who is going to develop an ML model, and who is going to be, they will be given a task. It's not only related to that, but whatever you are asking about the credit risk management, that is also going to be one of the tasks, which is going to be nothing but which is as a part of an ML. It is also going to be done with the part of ML only. It is going to be done actually. So basically the idea here is data scientist, and whatever you are asking is going to be nothing but that is also one part of a data science only. That is also going to be one part of machine learning application only. We are going to do it actually. So the main idea here is whatever you're asking about the credit risk management, those particular architectures, people there are going to be, their complete scope is going to be only related to, so what factors we have to consider. So which factors we have to consider to identify. So who would, as I already discussed about that, who is a defaulters, who is a non-defaulters. So they also may be, so they also going to be data analysts will be there. There may be some data visualization experts will be there. EDA people are going to be there. And as well as machine learning, there may be. Previously, they used to do only with the part of analytics. But now wherever the analytics is there, everywhere the ML is going there. Because ML is going to be doing the analytics actually. So whatever the risk management is there, it is also going to be one of the tasks of the, which is going to be an ML part only. So the risk management, whatever the credit risk management people are there, they're also going to be working with this particular ML part. Or they may be having their own analytics tools also may be there. There are some banks uses their own analytical tools to identify them, but internally it is going to be done with the help of ML concepts only. So both are doing the same thing, but that particular people are working only specifically to that particular domain. Data scientist means they can work with any kind of a domains that are going to be working actually. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. It's already 7:30, guys. So we'll do one thing, guys. We'll end up the session for today. And tomorrow, same link, same time, guys, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. So tomorrow we'll continue the discussion. So in the tomorrow's class, I'll just talk about what are the technical aspects of all these data science and all these things. And we'll get to come to know what techniques we are going to learn in our class, what kind of methodologies we are going to be learning, what languages we are going to use, and how much extent we have to learn. All these things we discuss it in the tomorrow's class, guys. Link will change in the next week, guys. Link will change the next week because all the demo classes will be completed, and after that the link will be changes actually after the demo classes. But this link will be there only up to the end of this week. Up to the end of this week, the same link will be given. Okay. Naveen, are you from 8 p.m. batch? Are you my old student, Naveen?
Yes, sir. So actually, I was attending. Yeah, I'm from your 8 p.m. batch.
You are already from 8
So
p.m.
I was attending the DURGASOFT classes. So
okay.
that batch got cancelled. So they asked me to attend this.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. That's it, guys, for the today's class. So just for today, we'll end up the session, guys, and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Thank you all of you, guys.